Hey, what's up everyone? Coming at you today, I am sitting in a brand new 2017 Ram Lonestar Edition. This is a loaner vehicle that I happen to have right now, and so I'm going to take it out on the road. We're going to get some shots of it and tell you all about some features and some other things that this truck does. Hope you enjoy. So this truck is the Lonestar trim available from Ram. Now, while this Ram isn't the most top-of-the-line model you can get, I still enjoyed my time driving it, and it's definitely a solid truck, definitely. Under the hood, this truck features the beefy 5.7-liter Hemi V8, which puts out 395 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 410 foot-pounds at 3,950 RPM. It features a heavy-duty engine cooler as well as a heavy-duty transmission oil cooler, which both give readouts in the interior gauge display. This engine produces an estimated miles per gallon of 15 in the city and 22 on the highway with Ram's multi-displacement and fuel saver technology. All of this is controlled by electronic throttle, as is very common in trucks today. Mated to the Hemi engine is a torque-flied 8-speed automatic transmission that provided a much smoother shift between gears than the 4-speed I have in my current Silverado. It had no problem shifting under the various degrees of acceleration that I put it through today. The 8-speed transmission also is electronically shifted, so that you can select which gear you want to use in towing situations and on grades. This truck, as it is equipped, has a GVWR of around 6,900 pounds, so there's plenty of ammo for you to use when towing trailers. Out back, the rear axle on this truck is the 3.92, which also came with the anti-spin differential option. The truck accelerated smoothly and braked really well for a brand new truck. The electronic steering also helped it to feel very nimble in turns and provided a lot of control to me as the driver. I did not enjoy how touchy the steering was when at highway speeds, but I think that's because I'm used to my 2007 Chevy, which has that bit of a dead zone or wiggle room at the top, which allows a bit of play before you turn. This truck, if you move the wheel, you're turning, so something to keep in mind if that's something you're used to. This truck had under 100 miles on it, so everything feels very new. Because of that, the brakes also seemed really sensitive to me. It did not take a whole lot of pressure on the pedal to begin a pretty abrupt slowdown, which took some adjustment as well, but it's something that I think is very useful in those need-to-stop situations. The all-coil suspension that this truck provides gave a very smooth ride, which recovered well from bumps and potholes in the road. The interior is also pretty quiet, especially compared to my daily driver. This is due in part to the inlaid doors this truck has, which are known to be far superior to the clamshell-style doors like my Silverado and other older cars and trucks. The standard 6-speaker audio setup paired with the 8.4-inch Uconnect system provided a surprisingly great audio experience. There's plenty of depth to the bass, and the speakers all sounded pretty great for a stock system. I'm sure the Alpine 9-speaker setup would be even better, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested in buying one of these trucks. This radio was very easily able to be heard and enjoyed over engine and road noise, thanks to the quietness of this interior. Overall, I definitely enjoyed the on-road characteristics of this truck, and it provided a lovely afternoon of driving. Plus, who doesn't like trying out another vehicle from time to time? With the truck in a lot, I wanted to show you guys the startup and a couple of revs from a few different angles. I was really pleasantly surprised by the way this truck sounded, especially out back by the tailpipe. For a stock system, it sounds really good. If any of you guys are like me, you want to take a little peek at the muffler these guys have got on them, because I know a lot of you guys like aftermarket exhaust. as expected, got a pretty big barrel under here. Big old drum. But stock, this thing doesn't sound that bad. When you're looking at this brand new 2017 Lonestar Ram and thinking to yourself, hey, that looks exactly the same as my friend Kenny's truck, which is a 2009 Ram, you're not wrong. This truck's design has been the same across the board for Rams since 2009. It's pretty much the same body style, with the occasional couple of tweaks and facelifts here and there. That being said, this truck overall doesn't look that bad, and I guess that's why Ram is continuing to go with it. On this one specifically, it's got chrome, and it's got chrome everywhere, which is good because truck guys like chrome. This truck's got a big chrome grille that sits right on top of a chrome bumper up front. Coming down the side, there's chrome door handles as well as mirrors on this truck, which is cool because some Lonestar Rams don't have the chrome mirrors, they come with the black ones. To me, the chrome ones look a little bit nicer. If you look down below that, there's full-length chrome step rails, which are really nice to have for getting that hard reach area in the bed. There's chrome 20-inch 6-spoke alloy wheels that are wrapped in Goodyear Wranglers. And out back, to top off all the chrome, there's a nice chrome bumper with cutouts for your dual out the back chrome exhaust tips. So, hope you're not sick of chrome yet. And we of course have to take a look at the bed on this truck. Really, to me, it seemed a little shallower than maybe what I've seen from Ford and even Chevy now. But other than that, lots of room back here. You've got the two corners up by the tailgate are lit by these little LED strips. And up top here on your rear window, there is a power beer window. How awesome is that? Don't drink and drive, but you know what I mean. And surprisingly, the tailgate on this truck doesn't have any kind of dampener or tensioning rod or anything like that, so as soon as you open it, it's going to slam down. Just something to be aware of. It's not one of those easy opens like Chevy and Ford have got on their trucks right now. Well, that was a little bit of on-road testing. Let's hop up in the cab here and do a little more of an in-depth review. Got your nice Ram logo there in the middle of the gauge cluster. It's pretty sweet. Still taking some getting used to this key here. See if this will focus. I guess it's not going to. There we go. It's a pretty big guy compared to what I'm used to, but you got your honk panic button there. Unlock, lock, obviously, and click that twice to remote start if you're into that. So this actually plugs into the dash here. Unlike my Chevy, where it goes into the steering column. So we'll just crank this to the side. The little Lonestar logo coming up in the dash display there. That was neat. So on this truck we have a shift knob that's located in the center stack, which is a lot different than Ford, which has it obviously down in the console here, and Chevy, who still has it on the steering column. So that's interesting. I know they've had that for a few years, but this is my first time using one. So yeah, let's take a look around here. Gauge cluster. Looking pretty sweet over here. We've got a temperature gauge over there to the very left. RPMs behind that. You've got your battery meter there next between that and the oil. We have the Ram logo that I was talking about before. Over to the right of that, speedometer obviously, and your fuel gauge. The steering wheel on this guy comes with a lot of buttons here. You got your voice there, phone to answer the phone calls. These buttons here, these arrow buttons, they actually navigate the different menus in your gauge cluster here. Gives you a lot of information at your fingertips. A lot easier to look at too than looking to the right at your main display. So you can click through those, get to those different settings. Over here we've got the gear shifter. This truck's got an 8-speed transmission that is shiftable. So you can go down gear, up a gear here. and your cruise control buttons, like many other vehicles have. And this one's actually also on the back, got volume up and down back here, and another like next song, previous song, that kind of button back there. Working our way over here, there's many controls you can do actually with the touchscreen here, the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen. You've got radio, AM, FM, and Sirius XM. Presets, pretty straightforward. Media to connect to your phone. You actually can get controls within this system for the truck itself. Like you can turn on the backup camera, so that's pretty sweet. Let's see if I can get that back. Okay. Tons of different settings to flip through in here. That would be a whole nother separate video because there's a lot to go through there. You have apps that can use the built-in hotspot ability of this truck if you pay for that subscription. You can actually control the climate of your vehicle with the touchscreen itself. This button will turn the screen off, and then manage your phone connections and stuff here. You can check phone calls, all that kind of stuff there. Moving down here, you've got your volume knob, a kind of multifunction knob to your right there, the tune, browse, enter, scroll. Turn your screen off with a dedicated button or go back with a dedicated button. Hazards are located here in the center stack, and then all of your AC controls. This truck's got dual zone AC with automatic, and you got your defrost, rear defroster on there as well. Down below we've got a button for traction control, tow haul mode, and then these guys over here are for your parking sensors front and rear. So you can turn off that beeping if you're not into something, you know, into the truck beeping at you and you're getting close to something. Down here we've got a neat little cradle for your phone, so you can actually set it in there, and you know, the cable can go through here. You can charge it with the available, whoops, actually turn that on, with the available plug there. So that's really neat too. 2 cup holders. A lot of room in this truck. You've got a little cubby here for storing things. There's a little cubby there. This is deep. Like I've shown before, the console is really deep. The doors have got 3 pockets that have each got, and each door's got 2 cup holders in it as well. A glove box there, a glove box there. All kinds of storage space. So up here we've got power beer window. That's nice. When you're ready to slide that guy, all you gotta do is press that button. That's pretty sweet. And then you've got your garage door openers there. Auto dimming rear view mirror with assist buttons in case you get in a bind. Looking over to my left here, we've got obviously mirror controls, directionals up top, left and right, and the button here in the middle. That's for power folding. Let's go ahead and check that out, see how that is on here. Nice. It's really quick. So taking a look at the center console here, you've got one lid up top that opens up to a nice little flat area where you can store like papers or, you know, envelopes or, you know, whatever it may be, something a little flatter, some pens maybe. It's got this nice little station here that's got a USB port. There's some change holders over there, auxiliary port also on this thing, and also another USB port hidden behind this little flap. I'm not sure why one gets a flap and one doesn't, but you know, you got 2 in there, so that's cool. And then you open up this second hatch and you get a nice deep second layer to the center console here with 2 little shelves up top to maybe put something small like paper clips or something. Stick my arm down in here just to show you guys how deep this thing is. There's plenty of room for storage. Wanted to go ahead and bring y'all over to the front passenger seat here. Take a look at the door. It's got plenty of pockets on it, just like the other side. Got some cup holders in there as well. Take a look at the seat. Got some nice stitching. There's the handle for it. plenty of foot room up here. Even pushed all the way back, you still give plenty amount of foot room to people in the back as well. Nice little Lonestar emblem here on the top glove compartment, just to kind of remind you which trim you're sitting in. It's a nice touch, nice little detail. And let's go ahead and hop up in here using the step rail. It's pretty easy, even though this truck sits pretty high. And take a look here at the top glove compartment. It's a modest amount of space in here. It's lit, so you can see what's going on at night. Just a nice little additional storage area. Down here we have the classic glove compartment, where you can find the owner's manual and stuff of that nature. Good spot to put, spare light bulbs and wiring harnesses. That's what I tend to use mine for. And here's another look at the electrical outlet, the household electrical outlet, which is a nice touch also for those devices that don't have a car charger. Alright, and lastly I wanted to get in the back of the truck here and kind of show you all what's going on in the back seat. It's pretty standard as far as truck back seats go. You've got your car charging port there in the middle, nestled between two AC vents. Each of the doors has got multiple pockets for, storage options. The nice big bench seat back here. Plenty of leg room. You're not hurting for space. There's the back of the seat pockets as another storage option. And you've got some cup holders that slide out of this middle seat here. Nice and easy. And up above that, you've got a headrest on the middle seat. It gets its own. And behind that, you've got the power sliding rear window. So if you take a look at the seats themselves here, they're a nice, easy push and pull fold. You don't have to worry about straps or levers or anything like that. Just push them up, pull them down. They've got these things underneath here that you can fold out just like this to give you a nice flat surface for sliding things into the back of the cab. So that kind of helps beat that drive shaft hump in the middle when you've got those in there. You can fold those back up here, and you can actually lift them up a step further, and you've got another little reservoir under here that's another option for storage. So this truck is, like I said up front, got cubbies everywhere. You're not going to be hurting for storage, when you're looking to stick things in nooks and crannies in this truck. So there you have it, the 2017 Lonestar Ram. I really enjoyed my time reviewing this truck, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This one that I reviewed today had a base price of $37,595. So if you're into this kind of truck, keep your eye out at dealerships, because they'll be looking to have specials on these 2017 model years to make room for those 2018s and 2019s or whatever new inventory may be coming in. So you might be able to get a pretty good deal. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.